Buckingham Palace just made an announcement that has royal insiders talking, and it's not about King Charles, and it's not about Prince William. It's about Queen Camilla. On the surface, it looks like a simple update, but royal watchers believe there's a hidden message buried inside it, one that could reveal exactly how the monarchy plans to survive the next decade. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this small announcement might be one of the most important palace moves in years. For years, Queen Camilla has stood beside King Charles as one of the most closely watched figures in the British royal family. Every public appearance, every official engagement, every palace statement has been examined for clues about the monarchy's future. This time is no different, except the timing of this announcement has people asking a bigger question. What is Buckingham Palace really preparing for? Before we get into what was actually announced, you need to understand something. Camilla's journey to this moment was anything but easy, and that history is exactly why this new development matters so much. Her path to becoming Queen Consort was unlike any other in modern royal history. For years, public opinion remained deeply divided following the breakdown of King Charles's marriage to Princess Diana. Winning public trust wasn't handed to her. It took patience, consistency, and a deliberate choice to stay out of controversy again and again for over 2 decades. Since Charles became king in September 2022, Camilla has quietly reshaped her public role. Instead of chasing the spotlight, she leaned into causes that reflected her long-standing interests: literacy, domestic abuse awareness, osteoporosis research, and support for survivors of violence. Palace insiders describe her as the most dependable working royal in the family right now, someone who shows up, does the work, and doesn't make headlines for the wrong reasons. So when Buckingham Palace suddenly changes something about her role, that's not random, that's a signal. And here's why. This announcement lands during a period when the royal family is walking a tightrope between tradition and changing public expectations. King Charles has kept a demanding schedule despite ongoing health challenges. Meanwhile, the Prince and Princess of Wales have steadily taken on more visibility as the face of the monarchy's future. Against that backdrop, any shift in Camilla's responsibilities raises an obvious question. Is the palace quietly restructuring who does what, and why now? According to royal commentators, this isn't just about one engagement. It's about how Buckingham Palace wants the public to see the next phase of the monarchy. Every official decision inside the palace is calculated. Nothing is accidental. The exact wording, the timing, even which responsibilities are attached to the announcement, all of it is designed to send a message about continuity and stability. Here's the part most people miss. Palace announcements are rarely about the individual. They're about optics, and that's exactly what's happening here. As details began circulating, attention quickly moved beyond the press release itself. Some viewed it as recognition of Camilla's growing experience after years as Queen Consort. Others wondered whether it hinted at a quiet redistribution of responsibilities across the royal household. Whichever theory you believe, one thing is clear: this was never just a simple update, and its real significance was only just beginning to surface. But to really understand what's going on, we need to zoom out, because the monarchy right now is dealing with something bigger than one announcement. Over the past few years, the royal family has been navigating one of its most challenging stretches in recent memory. Health concerns involving senior royals, shifting public expectations, and the rising responsibilities of the next generation have all shaped how the institution presents itself to the world. Within that pressure, Camilla's role has kept evolving. Rather than trying to redefine the monarchy overnight, she's built her reputation on consistency, showing up for charities, promoting literacy, and meeting communities across the UK and the Commonwealth. Royal commentators often call this quiet service, the opposite of a headline-chasing strategy. The latest announcement seems to reinforce exactly that approach. By highlighting Camilla's next chapter, Buckingham Palace is signaling that her work remains central to the monarchy's long-term plans. It's also a subtle reassurance to the public. Senior working royals are still showing up, still doing the job, even as the institution goes through visible change. Now here's where it gets interesting, because this announcement doesn't exist in isolation. It's happening at the exact same time as another major shift. The timing naturally invites comparison to the rising leadership of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. As heir to the throne, William has steadily taken on more prominence, while Catherine remains one of the most trusted public figures in the monarchy. Their growing visibility has led many royal observers to describe today's royal family as one balancing two generations at once, one generation holding stability in the present, the other actively preparing to take over. That balance is what makes every single palace announcement carry more weight than it appears to on the surface. Nothing about palace communication is accidental. The wording, the scheduling, even the public rollout, all of it is engineered to build confidence in the institution. For supporters of the monarchy, Camilla's expanded role is proof of experience and reliability. For critics, it raises fresh questions about how power and responsibility keep shifting inside the family. Whatever side you're on, there's one conclusion that's hard to ignore. Buckingham Palace is carefully constructing a narrative of continuity, making sure every senior royal contributes to one unified image of stability. But behind that carefully managed message, many royal watchers believe this announcement quietly reveals how the monarchy is preparing for the years ahead. And that might be the most important detail in this entire story. So, what does all of this actually add up to? Let's bring it together. As discussion around this announcement kept growing, one theme became impossible to ignore. The monarchy is focused on projecting stability while quietly preparing for what comes next. Every decision involving a senior royal exists to build public confidence, especially now, when global attention is locked onto the House of Windsor. Queen Camilla's next chapter isn't just about a new responsibility. It reflects the palace's broader strategy of showing continuity, experience, and steady leadership, even during uncertain times. Over the last several years, Camilla has completely transformed her public image. Once one of the most debated figures in royal history, she rebuilt her reputation through consistent public service instead of dramatic headlines, supporting charitable causes, attending official events, and standing beside King Charles during major national moments. She's become a fixture of the monarchy's daily operations. Opinions about her journey still differ, but even skeptical commentators admit she's approached this role with discipline few expected from her. At the same time, Buckingham Palace is just as focused on the next generation. William and Catherine continue gaining visibility, reflecting where the monarchy is headed long-term. Instead of framing these as competing storylines, the palace is positioning them as complementary, experienced leadership in the present, careful preparation for the future. That dual narrative has quietly become one of the defining themes of King Charles's reign. So is this the start of a bigger role for Queen Camilla? Or is the palace simply putting a spotlight on work she's already been doing behind the scenes? Either way, one thing is certain. This announcement has reignited public curiosity about how the monarchy is quietly restructuring itself for the future. And the next few months of royal engagements may reveal a lot more than anyone expects. What do you think Buckingham Palace's latest move really says about Queen Camilla's future role? Drop your theory in the comments. I read every single one. And if this kind of behind the palace walls analysis is your thing, hit subscribe and turn on notifications because there's a lot more coming.